everyone. As Mr. Williams said, my name is Darius Lamar Quarles. I'm a freshman at Morehouse College. I'm a double biology and psychology major, public health minor. It's an honor to be here. I want to say that, and I want to give a round of applause to all the students who showed up at least once, and all the students who showed up more than once. That just really shows your dedication, and I really appreciate it. And I'm sure the staff. It's three things I really want to talk about today, and those things are: one, becoming a Gates Scholar, what it takes; two, what occurs after you become a Gates Scholar; and three, just the life of being a college student. And it's really important for me to be here, and I feel, it's important to come to volunteer because I was just like you at these workshops last year. These workshops play a huge role in really developing the essays and polishing them up. And the essays are really your most important part of the Gates Millennium application. Why? Because unlike other scholarships, the Gates Millennium does not have an interview process. There's no interview in order to win the Gates Millennium Scholarship. So it is up to you to show yourself in your essays. You have to show them who you are in each essay. You have to give them a part of you in each essay. Become very personal, and you must show them that you must act like they're holding an interview with you when you're answering your questions. In each question, you will notice that there's about 7 sub-questions. You must realize that you have to answer all of those. You have to answer all of them thoroughly. That's probably one of the most important parts of those essays, and it trips a lot of people up. It's a quick way to get weeded out. A lot of people don't notice that it's 5 questions in each question, and they need to answer each of them in a thorough manner. The Gates Millennium Scholarship is also very different in that it has about 8 essays, and in each of those essays they're asking different questions, and they want to see that you had enough dedication to give about at least a page for each question. That's what they want to see, at least a page for each question. They don't want to see the grammatical errors, even though of course we're probably all going to have some. I still have some in these essays that I'm projecting now. They want to see that you showed a personal side of you. You created a story in each thing. You just didn't answer the question. They also want to see that you were open. You were able to open up and show a personal side of who you are. Talk about your family, the obstacles you've been over. They don't want to hear sob stories. That's the #1 thing they do not want to hear. So many college admissions counselors hear it. So many of the Gates Millennium essay readers are going to hear sob stories. I call them excuses. They don't want to hear those. They want to hear about your hurdles, but they want to hear about how you got to hop over them. That's what they want to hear. They want to hear how you made the decision to hop over those hurdles. How you could have presented excuses, but you didn't choose to do that. You chose to show in your essays how obstacles were presented and how you hopped over them. That's what they want to see. And I believe many of you sitting in this room will be Gates Millennium Scholars. It was a great honor for me to sit next to one of my good friends who I did a summer program with, and we went to the workshop together last year. I believe last year they only had one, I believe. And it was funny that I didn't see her until the next year, but we were at the Gates Millennium Conference together in Virginia. It was funny. Oh, Gabby! It was an honor to be there with her and to share that with her. And it was funny that we made the decision to go to that workshop and that we got those essays polished up, and we were there together. So it really does show that these workshops play a huge role in just polishing up these essays and getting people to win. Last year, Chicago had 33 Gates Millennium Scholars, and that was the most out of any U.S. city in the nation. So that's really important. That's an honor for Chicago to have that, because what we are seeing presented in the news today, you can go all across the country and people have negative connotations about the city of Chicago because of the things that are being presented in the national media. You want to be the antithesis of that. You want to show them that there's another side of Chicago that people don't see. Chicago has many great things to offer, and you want to be one of the students that reflect that. And transitioning into topic number 2, what happens after you become a Gates Scholar? I want to say that the Gates Millennium Scholarship is the best scholarship in the United States of America. It's the one to win, because if you win this one, you don't have to get any other one. Not saying don't apply to any other ones, but you don't have to win any other ones because Gates Millennium pays for everything that you need. That means if you need books, Gates Millennium has you. If you need tuition, Gates Millennium has you. You need room and board, Gates Millennium has you. If you need money for graduate school, Gates Millennium may have you. If you're studying a specific area, Gates Millennium pays up to $80,000 for your education, for your graduate school education. It's one of the only scholarships that does that. It has that undergraduate and graduate education transition in there. It's a great program. You know, they fly you out. If you're going to school on the West Coast, they fly you out to LA for a conference for free, hotel free. If you're going to school on the East Coast, like somewhat I am, they fly you out to Virginia, right outside of DC, and you stay in the most magnificent hotel. I mean, it's nice. 24-karat plated walls. You know, people just want to shake your hand. You got your suit on, and that's the next thing I want to talk about, fellas. If you win this scholarship and you don't like suits, learn to like them. You don't like ties, get your tie game right. Learn how to be professional, very professional. Get your business cards ready. Get your handshake ready. Get your presentation ready. Get your introduction ready. My name is Darius Lamar Quarles. I go to Morehouse College and I'm a freshman. You know, you have to be ready for that because there's going to be a lot of movers and shakers at that conference that want to know who you are. And if you can't give it to them at a split second, you know, they're going to move along because it is 999 other people, other students at that conference that were just as prepared as you and that put in just as much work as you did. And you know, you got to set yourself apart somehow. And I would really tell you to represent Chicago well. That's one of the key things I would say. Represent your institution well, whatever that institution is, and represent Chicago well. Because as I said, a lot of people have negative connotations about Chicago, and I love this city. And I'm a product of this city, and I'm an advocate for it. I think that it has great things. Though it has some things we do need to work on, but you are the people who are going to help figure it out. You are the future. We are the future. Actually, I'm just a year older than you. So, you know, we have to understand that. You know, represent your institution well. Respect yourself when you're at the conference. Respect the other people. Get to know other people. Get to know all the other scouts. Shake those hands. Get those business cards, and when you get those business cards, look at the number that's on it, wait a week, call that number, tell them thank you for, you know, shaking my hand. It was a pleasure to meet you. Look at that email that's on that business card. Send them an email. Say, my name is Darius Quarles. I met you at the Gates Millennium Conference. Even if you don't remember them, it was great to meet you. You know, I remember you, and, you know, all of that good stuff. Because they will remember you because of that. Because it's only going to be about 10% of the people there who are going to do those things. And they will remember you for it. If an internship opportunity opens up later, they will call you. They will email you. Apply to this. I know somebody in this department. Maybe you should apply. That doesn't mean you're going to get it. That doesn't mean, you know, but it does mean that you have a reference. You have somebody who is going to vouch for you. You have somebody who saw you in a professional arena and they know, they got a sense of who you are. Number three, the third thing I want to talk about is just being a college student, you know. I believe all of you all in this room have the potential to be Gates Millennium Scholars. I hope all of you all win this scholarship. It would be a great honor for me because, you know, I could talk about you all and say, well, you know, I made them win that scholarship. But, you know, it would be a great honor for me, and many of you in this room will win. Because just you're an example. A lot of your peers are asleep right now. A lot of your counterparts are eating breakfast right now. You're here. That shows something. That tells something. That tells me something about you. Even if you don't know it, that tells me that you're dedicated, that you're ready. You are like me. You know, I was ready. I don't care about the person next to me. I'm here for me. I need to win this. And you know, it is a competition. So it's not that many times that more than one people from the same school win. So it's dog-eat-dog world. You got to be ready, and it shows something about you that you're here, that you're not sleeping, that you're attentive. If you're not sleeping right now, I'm excited. I'm really excited because your heads are high, you're smiling, and I really do appreciate that. And when you get to college, you know, being a Gates Millennium Scholar, I want you to remember that, you know, with great success becomes great responsibility. And Bill Gates will preach that to you, and all the other people you would meet at the conference, they will preach that to you, you know. It's about making Chicago a better community. Come back, you know, wherever you go. East Coast, West Coast, Antarctica, wherever you go. Come back and really, you know, vouch for this city and help other students in this city because they need that hand. A lot of students in this city need that hand because we have the potential, but we don't see a lot of people reaching it, you know. So that's what I would say, you know. Don't get stressed in college. It's a lot of stuff coming at you at one time, but you all will be Gates Millennium Scholars, and you all will be able to handle it. So thank you for allowing me to speak. It's an honor again. And there you go.
Thank you.
Oh, are we gonna move into this?
Yes, why not?
Sure. I'm sure you all are familiar with question